Okay, I'm here at the clock show, and I've just photographed so what can you tell me about this clock?
It's circa about 1895.
About 1895.
It's an American maker called the Ansonia Clock Company.
It's called the what?
The Ansonia Clock Company.
How do you spell that?
A-N-S-O-N-I-A. And the model is actually the Pompeii.
So this is the Pompeii model.
Made by Ansonia.
So how much would you say this weighs?
About 20-25 pounds.
And is there
it's actually cast iron.
So it's cast iron. Is there a kind of a clock? Is this a spring or electronic?
This is actually spring driven. It's what's called an 8-day model. It's time and strike. It means that
so it's an 8-day, means you only have to wind it every 8 days?
Yeah, roughly once a week is what the common winding time is. It strikes on a coil gong.
On a coil gong
on the half hour, and the number of hours coincides with when it say 2 o'clock it'll strike twice, 3 o'clock 3 times, and on the half hour it'll only strike once to indicate the half hour.
Sure.
It might be interesting. This is part of a 3-part series. They made 3 clocks in a series.
So what did the first is which of the series is this number 1, 2, or 3?
I don't think they numbered them 1, 2, 3.
They all came out. They all came out at the same time.
Yeah, the Pompeii, the Rosalind, and the
Belgium.
The Belgium.
And the Belgium.
Yeah.
And they all have similar, not similar styles, but they're
similar qualities.
The same, the ornateness, you might say.
They don't look like the same clock. If you look at them, one has, you know, big ornate dragon handles and, you know, different things on them. But they were a series that went kind of together.
So what is your name?
I'm Sandy Klein.
Sandy Klein. Is there a phone number I can print?
No.
It's yes or no.
No.
And how much do you want for this?
I want $400 for that.
$400?
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like a clock. If I were to see this at a regular antique show, I would have thought like around $1,100.
Well, you know what?
Are you just giving this thing away?
No, here at the show, I'm reasonable, but if I put it in a store or somewhere else, I'm going to ask more. But that's the bottom I would take for it.
Yes, well, I would assume so. Now you were telling me something.
$600 or $700.
So you were telling me something about this metal here.
Somebody painted this, the metal portions. These are not, and that's why we would take a little lesser, you know, the lower price.
But this can be easily restored, right?
Exactly.
These actually come off the iron case.
I see.
Attachments. They bolt on.
Well, great.